Hey everyone! It's been a few weeks since my last book load vlog, but I've collected a few more books in the meantime, so I thought I'd do another vlog to share them with you. From Thomas Allen & Son, I received two surprise packages of books. The first had the following: In Search of Goliathus Hercules by Jennifer Angus. And I'm not gonna lie, this cover kind of creeped me out when I first saw it. Actually, it still creeps me out. I am not a big insect person. I can't stand spiders. They freak me out. And pretty much the only insects I like are like ladybugs and butterflies and that kind of thing. Anyway, this one is about a boy who discovers he can talk to insects. And he ends up, I guess, carrying messages between humans and insects and being the star of a traveling circus, from what I understand. So it's definitely a little bit outside of my comfort zone. The second book in that package was Infatuate by Aimee Agresti. This is the second in the Gilded Wings series. The first is Illuminate. I started to read that one. I didn't get very far in, but since I have the second one, I should really give the first one another try and see if I can get into this series. I think this series might kind of be a retelling of The Picture of Dorian Gray, or have something to do with that classic. I don't really know. And I haven't actually read the original Picture of Dorian Gray. And then the third book was What We Become by Jessie Karp. And this is a companion novel to Those That Wake, which I have not read yet. Those That Wake was a dystopian, so I assume this is too, probably. In the second package, I received Breath by Jackie Morse Kessler. This is the fourth and I believe the final book in her Riders of the Apocalypse series, and I'm pretty sure it features Death as one of the main characters, and Death has been my favorite character of the series throughout. He is the one that always gets the best lines, and he has kind of a funny sense of humor at times. I'm really interested to read the book that focuses on Death. Then I am really excited for Dark Triumph by Robin Lefevers. This is the second in his Fair Assassin series. The first was Grave Mercy. In short, I really thoroughly enjoyed it and was very entertained by it. It was a really gripping, kind of unputdownable sort of read. I just got pretty immersed in it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. So I'm definitely keen to see where the story continues. I know that the main character, Ismay, of the first book, isn't the main character in this one. It's focusing on Sibella, who was one of the side characters in the first book. But I'm still really interested to see where she takes the story. And hopefully it is as good or better than the first one. And then from St. Martin's Press, I received If You Find Me by Emily Murdoch. And this was a Waiting on Wednesday pick for me last fall, I think. And it sounds like it's got some interesting psychology in it. It's about this 15-year-old girl and her younger sister who basically live in this broken down camper inside a forest. And their mom is mentally ill and just kind of flits in and out of their life, I guess. And then one day she just disappears entirely, and they're found by their dad. He takes them into a, quote, normal life, and they have to, I guess, adapt to that. And I am always up for a good psychological mystery sort of read, so I'm definitely interested to see what this one's all about. And then from Hatchet Book Group Canada, I received Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine. I actually have this one already in the UK paperback edition, and I haven't read it yet. I know I need to get around to reading it because everyone says it's amazing. But I know my sister also wanted to read this one, so I will probably give one of my copies to her. And then finally, I had my birthday this past week, and of course, what would a birthday be without books? So my parents got me a few. And the first is Weird Things Customers Say in Bookshops by Jen Campbell. I've seen this one in a few vlogs floating around on BookTube, and I've started reading it, and there are some really hilarious anecdotes. It is quite humorous. So I think I'm going to enjoy this one mightily. The second book is One by Kirsten Hubbard. This one counts for my new adult reading challenge. It's about 18-year-old Bria, who decides to sign up for a guided tour of Central America, and then ends up getting the wrong one with all these middle-aged tourists. And then she meets this guy who's a backpacker and his sister, and she ditches her group and starts going off the beaten path with those two. And it really sounds like a lot of fun. Obviously, this is all about travel, so that's pretty fantastic. And I have seen a lot of good reviews, I think, of this one, so I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. And finally, I got Reached by Ali Condi. This is the final one, of course, in the Matched series. I have the first two in hardcover, and now this one is also in hardcover, so I have a nice matching series. This one is also, like, really thick. I mean, it's a little bit chunkier than I was expecting, I guess. Although, since it is the final installment, makes sense. I had some issues with Crossed, but I'm still interested in seeing how everything in the story wraps up. So those are the books I've received over the past few weeks, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on them, and let me know what you've gotten.